podcast. I'm with Naomi here, the chief country manager for Moja, Zambia. Yes, Naomi. Oh, it's just nice to meet you up and have this discussion. Yeah, sure. So, Naomi, I just shared with you why I'm here. For speed of developing some short trainings, skill-based, entrepreneurial inclined, that can help people convert skills into businesses for specific areas. Number one, to solve energy poverty, with load shedding, 8-10 hours load shedding. Number two, the issue of food insecurity here. What's your perception? Do you feel taking those short courses on a Moja platform, do you feel that there'll be a market for that?
Yeah, that's actually the sole purpose of Mojayu, is to provide those short courses that come with flexibility, affordability, and also the skillful part of it, where people get the skills that can earn them an income. So when I look at the economy that we have now, the industry that we have now, the people that are in the industry, people are hungry for money. The levels of unemployment, people want to get into entrepreneurship, start their own things, start making their own money. So when we talk about offering courses that are flexible, skillful courses that are flexible and accessible at any given time, because that's what Moja is going to do. We're going to have institutions, colleges, universities offer those short courses, but on a very flexible platform where people can access them. It doesn't matter where they are, it doesn't matter the time, but they can have access to those learning materials. So I think it's a very good market, especially for growing economies like ours and other surrounding African countries. So that's my mind around it.
So you mentioned about the youthful population in this region and how they've been able to attain academic degrees, but they're not skill-based. Can you touch on that?
Yeah, unfortunately, you see, our educational structure doesn't have so much on skills development. I know a long time ago they used to have something on woodwork, kitchen management, and whatnot. They used to do some of those skills, but now those things have completely died out. So you find somebody's graduating from school and they don't even know how to just sew a skirt, or make a top out of it, put buttons on a shirt, craft something, how to hold a hoe for them to make something in their garden. They don't. So because of that, people, and now we've learned it, that we need those skills, because those are the skills that we implement and we make ourselves resourceful. So now that people have learned it, it's like everybody's feeling they are left behind. They're in a hurry. They want to acquire those skills. They want to start making a source of income for it. Everybody wants to make a story from it. So when you talk about offering courses that skillful courses that are short and easy for people to attend, definitely people are going to jump on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Naomi, with load shedding, do you feel people can take a course on alternative sources of energy?
Yes.
Why?
Can. Because you see, like in Zambia, we are using hydropower. So if people were given a platform where they have to learn something different from hydropower that we can use as an alternative.
Even at home?
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. I would love to.
You would love to?
Yes,
you can be the first one.
I will be the first one. Because I keep on saying this at home. I'm telling my husband every time, like, you know what? Zesco is our electricity supplier.
In Malawi, we have ESCOM.
And I say Zesco needs serious competition, because they're the only ones that are supplying this power. And if there were 3 or 4 alternatives to what Zesco is doing, definitely there'll be serious competition and they'll pull up their source.
Can you imagine a scenario whereby you realize that the agri waste in the farms and the food waste that you usually accumulate every day after a meal can become a source of your power?
Exactly. And you know, that's the other thing, because for countries like Zambia, we've had independence for 59 years.
Yes.
That is a long time for people to just be focused on hydropower. They could have looked at other sources of energy that can be implemented to support the hydropower that we already have. So that in situations like this, where because definitely 2024 is drought. We're having a drought here. And for us, that will mean it's a drought and we don't have electricity. Definitely. So if in 59 years, people didn't plan for other sources of energy, there should be another person that should be thinking to come on board with bringing out the idea of saying, look guys, we can't just depend on this. We have this. We can learn this. We can get energy from here. And we move on. So it really looks like it's a demand for market right now. It's a demand for market. If brought on board, definitely people will be it's a more than welcome idea.
Now, if I can ask you another question, what about food? I've seen people flocking in those, restaurants, young people, etc. But I've read some literature that non-communicable diseases, like, for example, hypertension, etc., is even striking young people. That's because of the foods they are consuming.
Zambia's population, I would say, at a rate of 10, 8 out of 10 are hypertensive.
Huh?
Yes, 8 out of 10 are hypertensive. We have sugar diseases. It's because of the eating culture. It's only now that people are learning they need to eat a bit more healthy for their health to last. Trust me.
Wow.
The few people follow diet very well, and those few people you'll find maybe they're vegetarians, and for them to follow that diet is because they've had an external exposure from Zambia. Here, the moment I make my money, I want to eat Hungry Lion. I want to eat Nando's. I want to eat all the fancy foods, burgers, everything and whatever. But then I don't look at what that is doing to my body. And before I realize it, my body is failing to operate. I'm hypertensive. My health is deteriorating. That's just how it is.
So, Naomi, as you're talking, do you feel a college like Cake Market, if they can diversify, introducing more healthier, conscious food production programs that would empower people to produce their own healthy foods?
One thing that we have overlooked is the power of nutrition knowledge for people.
Okay.
Yes. Somehow we just assume people know what to eat, but they don't. And it takes somebody to teach you what you're supposed to eat, what you eat, what you're eating is doing to your body, for you to know exactly the repercussions of that. So if it's something to learn more about nutrition, to educate an ordinary person, because I'll give you an example. In my house, when I'm not around, my maid cooks. But one thing I don't know is, does my maid know the nutritional values
Of what
the
even
food
food
that she's cooking, or she is just cooking? When she just started working for me, I would notice the amount of cooking oil she puts in food and what. And it took me a whole 2 to 3 months to teach her on how I want the food to be cooked and the reason why I want the food to be cooked that way. So if we took more time to teach the maids, especially the maids, because they cook a lot. These are the people that we're looking at. They cook a lot, and young people, dependents, people that are working a lot with food. So if we had the time to teach the nutritional value that people need to know in the food that they're eating and the food that they're producing, maybe if we put it in terms of agriculture,
Wow.
it would be.
So you're introducing another segment of the market, like even preparing deliberate short trainings where people can send the maids.
Yes.
Or it can be even on a moja platform.
Exactly.
Where there can be lessons of nutrition.
Yes.
That's what people need.
That's exactly what people need.
Thank you, Naomi. It was
Thank you
nice
so much.
meeting you. Sure, thank you.
Sure.